Hi everybody and welcome to your screencast. We called this presentation Lose the Lecture, using alternative teaching strategies to engage students in history. Now, one of the things that really came to mind when we thought about this presentation is the question of what our own history classes look like. So what comes to mind when you think about your history class? Unfortunately, it's more than likely something like this.
1930, the Republican-controlled House of Representatives, in an effort to alleviate the effects of the the Great Depression, passed the the tariff bill, the Hawley-Smoot Tariff Act.
We tend to think of history as very fact-heavy and lecture-heavy. Maybe you had an experience sort of like this, where you had to read a lot of information from textbooks and other third-person accounts that really didn't give you a chance to see how engaging history was. Now, we hope you had an experience in history class that we know to be exciting and really fun. We believe history involves hands-on work. It involves group work and putting together complicated pieces of a puzzle of the past. We also know that it involves debate and really working together to reach a consensus. And we know that you can learn history by getting out in the community, using hands-on activities to really figure out what was happening in the past. But what we worried about as a group was, what if how teachers deliver the content in history class prevents students from really knowing how fascinating history is? We were also wondering about how can we support students in learning content and practicing historical thinking skills while still keeping them actively engaged. And so we had an idea. The purpose of this session is to suggest various strategies to incorporate into instruction to help students remain actively engaged in their learning. And we really hope that some of the strategies that we talk about today would be applicable to other content areas as well. So here's the plan. We're going to talk a little bit about screencasting and technology, a little bit about debate, a little bit about project-based learning, and a little bit about using inquiry in the classroom. The idea here is that we'll get to touch on all of these different strategies and really start to piece together some creative strategies and alternatives for using lecture in the classroom. We hope you're ready, because the history classes you remember are history.